All right, y'all. We back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's going on, all right? Now, y'all already know I couldn't let this topic slip past me. Today, we are here to talk about Beyonce allegedly being accused of black magic, witchcraft, all sorts of stuff again.
You gotta be fucking lying.
What's wrong, dude?
Well, hell no, God, hell no.
No, this is not, the ex-drummer from, that was like 2018, 2019, which I do want to play y'all that clip from when that ex-drummer lady was talking about her doing black magic and all kinds of witchcraft, right? I never showed that clip on the channel. I think when we talked about Jay-Z or Beyonce, I might have just mentioned it. So I figured, hey, it's maybe a good time to just go ahead and show that clip as a reminder, and we will go over the new allegation, I think from one of her former dancers. Now, I checked the IG of the girl who posted it, and I could put her IG up on the page. She has since deleted the post. Tasha K, she did a live on her YouTube just a couple of days ago, and she got the screenshot of the girl's original post about Beyonce doing black magic. So I'm going to play that clip first because I couldn't find anywhere else where someone had the screenshot. I'm pretty sure other people got it, but I couldn't find it myself until I seen the clip from Tasha K's live. Hey, once again, being accused of something that, a lot of people really already know what she's about. But just like I always say, and you're going to hear Tasha K say it, and I say it all the time, when everybody starts jumping on one accord, multiple people start saying one thing about someone or something. I mean, folks ain't just making this shit up, all right? They not making it up. And this is Beyonce we're talking about. Of course, it's gonna come out. I mean, we just did the whole thing with her and Jay-Z and the lady Kathy White. I mean, there's stuff that is going to come out. It's gonna come out. It doesn't really matter. But with that being said, y'all, let's jump into the first clip with Tasha K, where she talks about this recent girl who's accused Beyonce of this. And I thought it was pretty interesting to do a video about. So with that being said, y'all, check this out.
Apparently, Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery, okay? Listen, there was a lady that went live on Instagram, okay? She called out Beyonce for trying to harm her kid. A model and dancer, Khadijah Shari, made some disturbing allegations against Beyonce. She's gorgeous, by the way, okay? She takes to her Instagram and says, "Are you effing kidding me? You called for my child to be..." This is R word? This is... "You evil effing witch. At Essence, check on my child. I'm about to blow this shit through the fucking roof. At Beyonce, you went too effing far. You gotta be kidding me. I'm the child you oft to be a star. You forgot you were only supposed to be a star. On the tree, giving orders of takeouts. Never want, with your stardom, I don't know. Never went with your stardom. Watch what the you all do in this time. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career, not my goddaughter. I'll blow your world up. Destiny's Child, really Jigga Man. This breeds manic. It breeds a little bit of bipolar. However, everybody can't be lying on Beyonce because this is an ex-dancer of hers, and now we remember the ex-drummer that came out and we call her crazy too.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is very out the blue. Never heard of the girl before. And I haven't seen many people talk about this one as much as the ex-drummer. Girl, that one made like all kind of articles. It was blew up a lot more, maybe because she actually talked about it, which I'm going to show y'all that clip here in a second. But I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised at all. Let's see. So a closer look without all the antics from Tasha K. I did actually find the screenshot of the post. So she said, "Are you effing serious? You called for my child to be RAPE. You evil effing witch. I'm about to blow this shit through the roof. You went too far. You gotta be kidding me. I'm the child you offed to be a star. You forgot? You were only supposed to be a star on the tree, giving orders of takeouts. Never went with your stardom." So she's saying giving orders of takeouts never went with your stardom. So it sounds like she's saying giving orders for something to happen to somebody never was supposed to be a part of your stardom. Watch what the F y'all do at this time. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career. Not my goddaughter, though. I'll blow your world up. So she's deleted this post. So obviously, when she says she kept her mouth shut for her career for whatever she's talking about that happened in the past, she wasn't about to let this stay up too long in order to keep whatever career she has going. Y'all know Jay-Z and Beyonce, I mean, they may be the hardest people. You know, you get all these accusations from the industry. They may be the hardest ones to ever tie anything to. Even the drummer girl situation. They were like Tasha K said, they were calling that lady crazy and this and that. It becomes so dismissive. So many people worship Beyonce, worship Jay-Z, think that they are almighties, that they just don't hear when stuff like this comes out about them. They don't hear it. They don't pay attention to it. They don't even allow for a second to think that what goes on behind the scenes is much more sinister than what they know. But I know they have a very strong, hold, a very powerful stronghold on information that comes out about them. Number one, people are scared to even talk about them the way that they want to. So that's the number one thing. They don't really have to worry about much because most people scared. And when they do, they backtrack. Her deleting this post was a backtrack. So it just goes to show you how powerful Beyonce and Jay-Z really are. And like I said, you know how like Diddy went against Diageo. He went against them spirit companies, them billionaires, and they made him pay a price for that. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they already such. Y'all remember Jay-Z, didn't he sue the spirit company for what's that drink that got that it got that like Leviathan devilish looking cross on it? Duce. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he have a lawsuit for that? And they was like scamming money off the top, and I think he won that lawsuit and nothing happened to him. If I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he had a Duce lawsuit going on. But you can see the difference. It's going to be very hard to attach things to their names. But with that being said, let's go ahead and listen to the old clip of the ex-drummer and get a little bit more detail about this witchcraft stuff with Beyonce. Check this out.
Definitely did that to definitely be so clear to cut the cord that I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them. I'm even embarrassed that I have worked with them because it's literally shattered everything that I've tried to build after doing that work in my life. So if I have always said when I was a kid, I never would want to regret anything, but this I regret. I regret that we ever worked together because it's turned my life completely upside down. She's not been able to let me go. She's not been able to let me progress into a mature woman and work with other people, build other great entities and statues and trophies that develop in the arts world and music. She's just been a savage, stealing my intellectual property, stealing my ideas, just basically doing anything and everything to damage any type of happiness that I could have had. It's just been a nightmare to try to move on and do other things with other people without it getting totally destroyed. Other people I've worked with that have been on a plateau have been paid to fire me. I found this out, and then it just kept happening. So it was like, it was a pattern. You know, you get really excited about something, you build it up, you invest all this time and everything in it, and then, you know, she comes and pays people to fire me and insult me, and it's just been disastrous. I think there's a huge amount of jealousy there that she hasn't discussed with me, and but everybody knows, you know, like it's interesting that, you know, the public doesn't know all these things, but the people that are associated in the higher powers, to say more or less do, you know, and I've just been bullied this entire time. This has been going on for a very long time. This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I loved them. I'd send emails, you know, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, just all kinds of things. It will be a year that I got the cat and the cat died, like today. Beautiful kitten. She's 3 months old. She was abused, and you know, I went and picked her up. She was beautiful, and we had a good time for a moment, and then like a lot of weird stuff started happening, and then so I decided to take it back, you know, and I took it back, and the cat started doing weird magical stuff. Like I'm telling the person, the nurse, like, hey, I don't want this kitty. Please take it back. It's being weird, and I don't, you know, I've lived with cats for almost 20 years as a child. These behaviors I'm experiencing from this cat is challenging my 20 years of education with living with a cat. And so something's wrong with this kitten, and I don't want it. I kept the cat out of guilt, out of, you know, emotional ambiguity. You know, I drained my bank account on the situation, and then I took the cat to the West Coast to do a job in San Diego, La Jolla, and more bipolar activity started happening. I was getting abused. It was so manic and gnarly that I ended up calling 2 psychics to, like, I got the first word from the first psychic, and I didn't want to believe it, so I called later after like right before this happened, to get a confirmation to make sure, you know, because I didn't want to release this cat. You know, I have an emotional attachment to pets, as we all do. And they were like, the cat has a spell on it. And I said, well, what about this person, you know, that we are discussing at this time? They're like, yes, this person put the spell on a cat, and you need to get rid of it, you know, like right away. You know, you need to do something, because otherwise you're going to be in really, really, really huge trouble.
Now, she didn't say Beyonce's name in that clip, but there was actually a lawsuit that was dismissed by the judge that it was, you know, brought to, because no one actually showed up for Beyonce's side. So the entire case got dismissed because she tried to file a restraining order or a temporary restraining order against Beyonce back in 2018. She was the legit drummer for Beyonce's band. And some of, you know, the things that she put in the lawsuit was that she was using basically like spells for sexual molestation, controlling her finances, doing spells on her lovers. And she also thinks that Beyonce put a spell on the kitten that she had for only a year. Now, it's obviously not uncommon for a kitten or a cat to die in that first year. You know, a lot of kittens die early from heart problems that kind of go undetected, but that's neither here nor there. I think the point is that this is now the second woman. This is now the second woman to come out and accuse Beyonce of black magic, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. I find it interesting that this is now two women. Not saying like men have maybe, never experienced it from her, but I don't think there's any men on record, that's come out to the public and said, yo, Beyonce's doing witchcraft on me. I just find it interesting that it's been two women, and obviously women who have been a part of her team. Now, I don't know for sure if that girl was a legit ex-dancer for Beyonce. I'm not sure. Maybe if y'all seen her face before, you might be able to confirm that. But yeah, man, I thought, I should do a video on that. Obviously Sasha Fierce is still making her rounds through the industry. And I highly doubt this will be the last time we talk about this. Because just like old girl Tasha K said in the beginning, everybody's not lying. So clearly there's things going on there. And I don't think this will be the last we hear of it. So yeah, man, I'm a, cut this one a little short. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see on the channel next, man. Get some videos done that y'all want to see. So with that being said, y'all, it's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon, all right? I'm out.